Hello and welcome back to another character creation video. My name's Lumen and today we're jumping into Hogwarts Legacy. This is an open world action RPG set in the Harry Potter universe, and in this game you get to embark on a journey through familiar and new locations as you explore and discover magical beasts, customize your character and craft potions, master spellcasting, upgrade talents, and become the wizard you want to be. It's actually set quite some time before Harry Potter in the 1800s, so the events of Harry Potter have yet to transpire, which actually makes it pretty interesting. If you'd like to discover more about the game, do a deep dive for yourself, you can find some links below that will help you out with that, and you can as always use the timestamps to jump between the different parts of this video. Also, we're looking at the initial character creation and customization here, not all the stuff that you can earn after starting the game and by playing. Keep that in mind. Now, to start things off, we're going to have a look at the presets available. And I'm also going to say that the game isn't really splitting the male and female customization in any specific way. I have looked around and it does seem like you get to pick here basically with your presets whether you want to have a male shaped body or a female shaped body. And that's basically how you're going to be choosing. You can see the difference here. The faces and the presets on the faces, the shape that you're going to be picking here, is similar but slightly different on male versus female. So because of that, we are going to be looking at first the female customization, then the male customization, and we'll look at all the options for both of them. Even though they aren't explicitly saying that this is a male and that's a female. You get to sort of pick at the end what you want to be called, a witch or a wizard, but that's about it. Now, with all of that said, let's check the presets out. These are the characters that they've set up for you. If you want to just jump straight into the action, you can pick one of these and you're good to go, because these are actually pretty fantastic. They look great. You get a good mix of everything here. I'm guessing that these are the two default ones. It's like, I don't know, they always put the default ones first. It's like if you were going to make the default female character, that's what you'd look like. This is the default male character. Boom, boom. Good choices. Solid choices, I would say. But they have a great deal of variety here, and you will immediately notice that the model complexity, detail, everything about it is fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. The game looks great. And we're going to zoom in just a moment when you start like fine-tuning everything. But in terms of things like the hair and the hair physics and the hair textures, it's insane. I actually don't think I've seen anything as nice as this in my time doing character creation videos, which is kind of crazy to say. You know, a lot of games do all the right styles of hair, all the right skin colors and choices that you can make that can sort of funnel you into a certain ethnicity. But I had yet to see until this point hair textures and sort of the feel and the look of the hair that stands out like this. Everything about it is really nice. It's kind of fantastic. A lot of these characters actually have some familiar looking faces. I don't know why. Every single one of them I click on, I think, where have I seen that before? But they are rather nice. And I think that you can pretty much find what you're looking for here. And then you can just jump in and sort of fine-tune it and customize it to your liking. It's not like they give you another choice. You have to pick one of these to continue. So you'll pick the one that you like the most. And you'll get going. You know, one thing that obviously doesn't help is that you are wearing an unflattering tan suit. It would be cool if you could change that up and sort of see what your character would look like in a different color. But yeah, I mean, it is what it is. You can also see that some of these, they look a little older. Some of them look a little younger. But I think that when you jump into the game, everyone is going to be treating you the same. You know, you're not picking your character's age by the way your character looks here. Anyway. For the female, we're going to jump into the first one here. We'll just take this one and we'll customize it. That's it for the presets. Again, I think that there are some really good ones here. They cover pretty much everything. I will say that the one thing I've noticed in my cursory glance at the options is that the skin tones don't seem to go all that light. You will see it when we start changing the skin color over here. It looks like everyone has like a bit of a tan, which is fine. But, you know, sometimes people want to make a super pale, gothy looking character. And you can't really do that all that easily, but it's whatever. It's whatever. It's a minor thing. Face shape. You will notice that almost every single one of these face shapes has been used in one of the presets over there. And if you jump into the presets, you can sort of just proceed to the next menu, which is this one right here, and you can look which one it is locked to. And I'll show you as an example. It's good that they do that, by the way. So if you pick this one over here, you jump in there, it immediately shows you, well, that's the one it's got. So if you sort of see one and you're like, ah, well, I like this character's face shape, then you can go over there and you can look which one it's using. And you can sort of take it from there. It's just good to know if you want to make your character creation experience worthwhile. So the face shape, it definitely changes the way you look. It definitely has a big effect on the feel of your character. But obviously on a character like this one specifically, we can remove the freckles, and then obviously it'll look a lot different. We'll do that in just a moment. It's on the next... it's 2 menus away, but we'll get to it. We'll get to it. There are a lot of different face shapes, and if you look at it from the side, you will see that a lot of the face actually changes. You got the ears changing, you got the nose changing. I mean, the bridge of the nose over there, massive change. You got the jaw on this one coming back a little bit, the chin receding, the bottom lip you can see is pulled down a little bit. It's like you get everything. You get everything. Every different style. You got bigger jaws, smaller jaws. You got different shapes of eyes, noses, everything. It's good. They pretty much cover everything. And yeah, skin color. They start on, as I mentioned, something that's not all that bright, but you will change a few things, like you can change the blush and you can remove the freckles and stuff, and that'll make it look a little paler. But they do let you go pretty dark, which is nice. That's usually my go-to complaint, which is kind of funny, right? Because usually my complaint is that they don't let you go dark enough. On this one, first time ever, they don't let you go light enough. Yeah, it's cool. Then you get to pick your glasses over here. There are some stylish looking spectacles. I like it. You can just barely see that there is in fact glass in there. At like a cursory glance, it would seem like there's nothing there. Nope, they're just really clean, fellow. I like it. I like it a lot. I feel like this is something I'm probably going to mention a few times. You are going to be getting a lot more customization options once you jump in the game. That's a fact. Next up, hairstyles. My favorite part of any character creation system. 100%. Always. Absolutely. I love it, dude. I love it. And I mentioned earlier in the video that this is most likely the best hair I've seen in a video game. It's like clouds on her head. I love it. It's fantastic. It's something that they're doing with the texture. And I mean, I'm not a 3D modeler. I'm not a game developer. I'm not an artist, so I can't tell you exactly what it is, but there's something about it. And let me just say, it's a win. For us as gamers, that's an absolute win. It helps with everything. Representation in games, the ability to add a whole lot of different styles, the ability to make things look natural. I love the hairstyles, by the way. You know, they got a nice mix here of like sort of semi-modern styles and then old school styles. Keep in mind, I mentioned this was set before Harry Potter. It's in the 1800s, so some of the styles will sort of reflect that. But they have a bit of everything here, and I like it. Getting some Bryce Dallas Howard vibes here. Again, I did mention that the split between male and female was not a, let's just say, precise and definitive one. The lines are blurred a little bit, and you are going to be sharing hairstyles. So the hairstyles here, same on male, same on female, but you will notice once again that the male body shape and the faces and everything else on it, they end up looking a little bit more masculine. A little bit. Now we're starting to look like the main character from Fantastic Beasts, right? That's the hairstyle he has, isn't it? Then you got the more trendy, sort of modern ones. I like it. I really like it. Like, they've impressed me with this. Thoroughly impressed me. And yeah, I'm sorry, I'm going to be gushing over this for a while because it's a triumph. You know, I want to jump into a new game and I want to see things moving forward. I want to see them doing things that sort of advance the industry, the character creation industry, because that's what we're here to talk about, right? And this is one of those games. This is absolutely one of those games. I dig it. You may not agree with me on that point. Yeah, I don't really care. I've looked at enough of these to sort of come to conclusions of my own and not be influenced by other people. And my conclusion here is that it's good hair. This is some good hair. I like it. It all just looks and feels natural. Cool. That's it. Now let's pick one of the hairstyles and let's have a look at the colors. This is actually something that I've not looked at yet. So I'm kind of interested to see what we're working with here. I'm going to go ahead and assume that once you're in the game and you start sort of moving through different lighting, then you will lose some of the sheen, the gloss on the hair, and it'll look a little different. And I think that's something to keep in mind. You know, a lot of the colors might look a little darker because you will lose this lightness on it. Keep it in mind. Keep it in mind. You might think to yourself, wow, these aren't dark enough. Well, they might be. They might surprise you once you're actually in. Oh! Did I just jump to the end? I was about to say, I'm like busy looking at blondes and then suddenly I'm on pink. I did accidentally click over there. That's a beautiful color. Deep, rich. Very nice. Oh yeah, awesome. I was wondering if they would give us some slightly more radical colors, you know, colors that are a little outside the norm. I had a feeling when I came in here that this would be an incredibly curated experience, and I think I'm half right with that, because it is thus far at least a very detailed and very good looking preset picker. And you know, a character creator being a preset picker is really not a problem if you have enough presets and they are varied enough and interesting enough. Now, in this, you are absolutely working with quite a lot. But, you know, because of the way that it's set up, it's kind of more difficult to find what you're looking for because they don't give you full control over everything. But, you know, if you fiddle around, you make your way through the different sort of presets at the start, then the face shapes, and then you start tinkering with the fine details. I'm sure you can come up with something as good as you would be able to in a character creation system that has sliders for days. It's just, you know, it's just going to take a little bit more effort. Okay, let's pick just the black hair for now. It's fine, and then we're going to move on to the next section. Complexion. This is pretty impactful. It's a big deal because it changes a lot. You know, the freckles and the moles, for instance, they are the defining feature of this character at the moment. So once we take that off, what are we going to be? Who are we going to be? Sheesh, stick around. Let's find out together. Okay, so complexion. I need to take this off so I can show you what complexion actually does. You can see on the face right now, it's pretty even toned all over. You start messing with this, it starts adding little bits and pieces onto it. You can see that this is changing. It's just, I'm sorry. You're gonna have to squint it. Like, guys, zoom in. just get those oculars pointed at those cheeks. Very, very lightly changing. Another change over there, slightly darker, even darker over the cheeks and the nose. As you can see, slight changes, but now it's around the eyes. It's around the bottom of the lower cheeks and the jaw. It's around the eyes again and some other spots. It's basically, you're changing the complexion of the face. You could see it as applying a little bit of makeup. You could see it as a bit of a tan here or there, or just a general overall complexion thing. But it does make a difference. Absolutely. You know, it absolutely makes a difference. And it looks sort of more natural. Then freckles and moles. Those are always my favorite. The little slash of freckles across the nose. You can darken it a little bit. Then you can get the whole face covered. Then just a few, I guess those are like moles or beauty spots. There's one mole over there. This is hitting close to home for me. Very nice. I think that's actually still pretty endearingly called the Cindy Crawford mole right there. I'm sorry. Most people watching this video are probably not even old enough to know who Cindy Crawford is. God. I'll just go and die somewhere in obscurity now. Jeez. Scars and markings. This is important. You know, this is the franchise with the boy who lived. The most iconic mark on a face since forever. So, you know, these better be damn good, right? Let's change the hair quickly so we can see what's going on. Let's just pick a... There we go. This one's even better. Damn, that is good. That is really nice. Man, I wonder what made that. It's like they got slapped a bunch of times by a willow tree. Alright. These are the standard, like, Witcher ones. I like these. I like these. They can tell a story, you know. It might not be a very interesting story. It's pretty straightforward. Yeah, man. I tried to give my cat a hug. Ended badly. That's it. End of story. The other one, this one, however, yeah, that's a tale for another time, if you know what I'm saying. This one as well. Damn. That's pretty cool. I like it. I think they've done reasonably well with these, and I'm going to say for like a... I shouldn't be calling it a Harry Potter game, but I will. For a Harry Potter game, this is some pretty grown-up stuff, and I like it. Straightforward. Simple. Cool. I dig it. Then we're moving on to this. Here we are. Eye color. That's very dark. I dig it. This is obviously what I would pick. I've got a thing for like the dark and or black eyes. I don't know why. You got the grays here. It's kind of weird having this like super realistic-y looking character creator and then having these eye colors that shouldn't even exist. Got the browns. Are we moving into blues now? Man, they're nice. The eye color sort of pops, huh? There's a lot of real estate that they're working with here. That's cool. Very nice. Now, I was about to say not too many like crazy eye colors. I think most of these are sort of more based in reality, which is good because, you know, my immersion and all that. It's nice. Those are pink. You can probably correct me and say that it's a different, slightly more complex name, but that's the name I'm just going to call it pink. These are nice. These are really cool. Yeah. All right. Lots of eye colors. This is good. Really good. Eyebrow color. I'm going to say it. You should sync this up with your hair color in most cases. Not in all cases. Not in all cases. Okay? If you have a lighter hair color, you can easily have darker brows. But it's oftentimes it's a good idea to sync it up with the hair color. Or you could go like a shade or two lighter. I don't know. It's just a little tip from me to you. Okay? Just a little tip. It's like, don't be, where is it now? Don't be this guy. Okay? Don't be this guy. Let's look at the colors quickly before we change the shapes. It's a disturbing amount of eyebrow shapes. Cool. Yeah. It's the same as the hair colors, I think. We're going to move into the pinks and the blues and the purples and stuff in just a moment. Here they come. I like that they seem to have covered everything in terms of the colors for the hair. And obviously, in this case, the eyebrows. It's cool. They got a lot of everything. Okay, eyebrow shape. Very important choice. Once your character starts flapping its lips, once your character starts actually interacting in the game world, you're going to start seeing those eyebrows, huh? When they start making facial expressions, this choice could come back to haunt you, so pick wisely. Guys, just watch it, huh? You may think it's not a big deal here and you'll just pick willy-nilly. You'll be like, yeah, I mean, okay, let's take the unibrow or let's take no eyebrows at all. It'll look fine. It looks cool here. No, it might not look fine in the game, okay? Nothing against them. You know, you could pick one like this and it could make your character look like mega chipper in every cut, or this one, and you could end up looking angry in every cutscene. Just watch out, okay? That's what I'm saying. I'm looking out for you guys. Our final menu, you get to finalize your character. Here you get to choose the voices. I'm going to be showing you guys the voices at the end of this one and at the end of the male character customization as well. But basically these are your more important, I want to say, choices, because these set up who you are. I have noticed a few things about the voices. I'm going to tell you what they are in just a moment, but this is voice 1.
I am indeed a student, but I could very well be able to help you.
Fantastic voice acting on these. I've heard a little bit of the male and female voices already in trailers and gameplay, and they did a great job. Like, it feels perfect for the Harry Potter universe. The voices are awesome. But here's female voice 2.
I'm eager to get to Hogsmeade.
That was quite something.
It was wonderful.
A few cobwebs and some dust. Nothing to be concerned about.
I'm eager to get to Hogsmeade.
That was quite something.
Now, you get to change the pitch. Don't change the pitch.
I am indeed a student, but I could very well be able to help you.
So I'm going to say this. This was a cheap attempt at giving extra voices, extra choices for voices. When you listen to this and you turn your volume up, you will hear that there is a weird, I'll call it an echo on it. And that is the result of them either speeding up or slowing down the voice files post, and it didn't sort of convert right. They forgot to stretch it and slow it down or speed it up with it. I know the difference between them, and you'll hear it sounds sort of tinny.
I'm eager to get to Hogsmeade.
It sounds sort of robot-y.
That was quite something. It was wonderful. I believe a few cobwebs and some dust.
You hear what I'm
Nothing to be
saying?
concerned about.
You hear what I'm saying. Now, this is something that might change. They might patch this and fix this. But right now, I would not recommend changing the voice's pitch because it sounds weird.
I'm eager to get to Hogsmeade.
See, it's like it's exactly like that. It's like there's a little echo. It's like a little robot voice to it. But when you put it here,
quite something.
it's perfect.
It was wonderful.
And it's the same when you set it all the way up.
Enjoy this class. A few cobwebs and some dust. I'm eager to get to Hogsmeade. That was quite something.
Same for the female voice.
I am indeed a student, but I could very well be able to help you. A few cobwebs and some dust. I'm eager to get to Hogsmeade.
It was wonderful. I believe I'm really going to enjoy this.
I am indeed a student, but I could very well be able to help you.
Slightly less noticeable on the female voice, but still there. Again, I recommend just sticking it in the middle.
A few cobwebs and some dust. Nothing to be concerned about.
It's a far better sound. They might change it. I don't know. But there it is. I thought I'd point that out. It's one of the only cons I think that I've seen in this character creator. It's unimportant. They should just let you pick one or two, and that's that. Then you get to choose your difficulty. Story. Focus on story with minimal gameplay challenge. Easy. Light gameplay challenge. Normal is balanced gameplay. And hard is a demanding gameplay challenge. Then you get to name your character. First name and last name. Then you get to pick whether you are a witch or a wizard. That's just you picking how they're going to address you. How they're going to sort of, say he or she. That's basically it. Okay? That's the end for the female customization. We're going to jump back now and we're going to have a look at male. To do that, we're just going to select this guy over here and we're going to proceed. You can see that he uses this face shape over here. You can apply a different one and he will look different. Quite a lot different, actually. Again, I'm very impressed by this. It's kind of sick how much it changes. I think that they sort of knocked it out of the park with the presets. I'm going to say that. They look really good. Not specifically the face shapes, even though that obviously plays a part in it. I just mean the presets over there, the choices that you get to make. Another thing that I guess you could see as a con is that there doesn't seem to be a randomize function. But I kind of understand that because of the way that the customizer works. I get it, but it's still a fun tool to have, especially when you have the colors and the color options that they give you, because you could get some funny or interesting or unique looking characters. Yeah. So I want to say it's always nice to have. Like if you're making a character creator for a game, just put the randomize button in there. That's the playlist you can go. I didn't complain, but I noted that during the female character customization, that the lightest one doesn't seem all that light. I mean, maybe it's just the lighting in the character creator here that makes it look like this. I guess it's fine. They do let you go pretty dark, as I mentioned, and I think that's cool. I do think, however, that I've got some blush on the nose here, and once I remove that, it'll look a little different. Then you get to pick your glasses. Again, I think that these are all pretty iconic Harry Potter style glasses. I mean, these ones, that's the Harry Potter glasses, right? Isn't that them? I think so. Kind of nice. Kind of fantastic. So, once you pick your face shape, then you can jump in and change the hairstyles. The best part. The male and the female presets both share hairstyles. You will notice that. You will find all the same ones on both sides. Because why not? Why would you be limited? You know, it's funny. Most of the male characters are giving me like straight up Tom Holland vibes. And that's perfect. For whatever reason, I can just picture Tom Holland in the Harry Potter world. Effortlessly. Like he would just fit in there. The accent, the look, the feel, the stumbling and fumbling. He actually, yeah, he just feels like he'd be a perfect fit. Like if they ever do like another Harry Potter series, he better be in there. Better get that guy on board. Doesn't always need to be a superhero. God. Yeah, I love Tom Holland. That guy's awesome. This is nice hair. Look at the body it has. Look at it. Look at it shake, dude. It's nice. And look at this one. Look at this. Oh. It's perfect. It's all perfect. They've done great. I mentioned that I was going to be gushing over the hair. Here I am, gushing over the hair. I can't help myself. It's really good. It's nice. Isn't it? Please don't tell me I'm alone. Just leave a comment. I need validation. I don't. It's okay. You don't need to leave a comment. But seriously, the hair is cool. And I feel like it's kind of interesting that they managed to get the different thicknesses of the hair, the different textures, the different feels, you know. You have some hair that when it's tied up and stuff, it's like, it doesn't look like it's sort of, you know, wild and crazy. And then you have this one. It's like, boom, look how thick and full of life this hair looks. It's like they have all these different styles here, and it just works. Someone on the dev team either did a lot of research or just knows their hair. Fantastic. And, you know, it's not often that I can look at it and sort of just say, you know, this is missing, that's missing. Like, it's just, there doesn't seem to be much. The only thing I can pick out here right now, the only thing I can say that is not here is some pigtails. But hey, maybe that's available in the game. It's not often you can just look at it and say, hey, this is perfect. But it's pretty close. The only thing I didn't see is pigtails. They got everything else. Maybe pigtails just weren't popular in the 1800s. It's possible, right? Because this is supposed to be based in the 1800s. Okay, hair color. Here we go. We're just going to keep this one on because we want to be looking at the... Maybe we'll take that one. We're going to look at the facial features after this, so... You are a student at the Hogwarts Academy. You don't need facial hair or anything like that. It's not a choice that's given to you. Your character is presumably quite young. And it's the School of Witchcraft and Wizardry. I know, guys. I know. I was testing you. But presumably that those options, you know, they don't give you things like your skin age or the facial hair or anything like that. Let's just say that our characters are all late bloomers. Alright? That's that. I would love to hear from you guys, though. If you want to leave a comment about anything, you could say what it is that you're missing. Believe it or not, but the devs sometimes watch these videos. I did a Warhammer Darktide video recently, and I actually got a comment on there from one of the devs. I mean, I assume it was, but I don't know why someone would lie about that. And he thanked me profusely for doing it. And he said he appreciated the feedback because he said he actually worked on the character models. So it does happen from time to time that people watch these videos, they look at the comments, they pore over everything that everyone said, and then they go cry somewhere in a dark room. I'm joking, no, but then they actually take it to heart, and sometimes, you know, changes happen, and it helps them. There are some seriously cool colors here. Good choices. They basically gave you everything that you could possibly want. And that's cool. I actually really like these. The sort of pinker, warmer shades. They just look nice. But, again, for the purposes of this, we'll just go with the first one. And we'll jump on to the next section, the complexion. So, as I mentioned, there was some blush on the cheeks and the nose. You can see if I remove that, and I remove the freckles and moles, it's a lighter skin tone. It's a lighter skin tone. And if you add it again, you can see quite easily that it adds little bits and pieces here and there. And you can sort of make the face into what you want it to be. You can fine-tune your complexion. It's much easier to see what's going on when you skip through it quickly. It's nothing huge. It's nothing like groundbreakingly amazing how much you change in. But these small changes, they add up. Yeah, they make a difference. In freckles and moles. Just a little slash across the nose. Slightly more. Even more. You got the moles. You got the mole. And I think I just skipped through them. Hold on. There you go. Those two over there. And we're done. Kind of cool. Then, the scars and markings. Actually, one of my favorite sections now that I've seen it. I think that this is truly unique. It's a little bit more interesting than the little zap on the forehead, isn't it? It's just like, yeah, it's just a more interesting story, I think. I think it's kind of cool. They did well with these. I think that they look good. It doesn't look like it's a weird tattoo or anything like that. Same with these. I may be incorrect, but this is like something like an electricity burn or something like that. Again, that could tell quite an interesting tale. If you're setting up like a backstory for your character or something like that, that would be cool. Yeah, that would be kind of cool. So yeah, decent options. Kind of nice. And next up we have the eyes. You can set the eye color on Tom Holland here. And they give you a decent selection. You only get to choose the color, no other customization for the eyes, but they give you enough options here to make it truly interesting. The colors are bright enough, I think. I personally think that they pop enough, and especially when you're going to be seeing a lot of close-ups of your character, you're going to want to choose these with caution, you know? You're going to want to choose these carefully. Because for real, it makes a difference. I mean all the options. The eye color, the eyebrows, the eyebrow shape, everything. Those are beautiful. That actually looks like it's two-toned. I might be wrong, but I'm seeing like a green around the side and like a blue in the middle. It's cool. Yeah, it's very cool. I'll leave it on this one for now. Then you get to do the eyebrow color. This is pretty much the same as the hair colors. You will notice that as I go through here, they are one-to-one the same. So if you pick a hair color, like I picked the first one, then you're going to want to try and sort of sync up with that a little bit. You don't have to. It's not like a hard and fast rule. Because like sometimes, you know, it's different. Sometimes it's different. However, you can make yourself look like a fool. That's easy as well. I should know. I've done it many a time. It's like one of those small things that you like on this one, right? And then you're like, oh yeah, that's the same color. But then when you jump in and the lighting shifts a little bit, and you're like, wait, hold on, is that pink? Yeah. Watch out. Okay. Eyebrow shape. Would have been kind of cool if they had like a preview here where you could see your character's face moving around a little bit. You know. I like the idea of the unkempt brows where you can see it growing a little wild. Again, makes me feel right at home. The bushier brows. The ones with the slashes in. I mean, representation is definitely a thing here. They got everything you need. Absolutely everything. Then the final menu is where you finalize your character. Now, I did look at this on the female side, and I did mention this on the female side. The voices are weird. Okay, so you get to pick voice 1.
I'm eager to get to Hogsmeade.
Or voice 2.
It was wonderful. I believe I'm really going to enjoy this class.
You do whatever, right? But
I am indeed a student, but I could very well be able to help you.
the pitch set in here just seems to work very weirdly at the moment. I'm going to say by the time you watch this, or at some point in the future, this might have been fixed, but you will notice immediately that you get like a robotic sound, or like a tinny sound when you change it to anything other than the default one.
I'm eager to get to Hogsmeade. It was wonderful. I believe I'm really going to enjoy this class.
I hate to say it, but it seems to me then like the audio designers didn't really know how they were supposed to slow down the sounds there. I honestly believe it might have just been a mistake. And they're going to change this and it'll sound better. But like, you will listen here.
A few cobwebs and some dust. I am indeed a student, but I could very well be able to help you.
I don't think it's just me that's hearing it. It's not a me thing. This is actually an issue.
I'm eager to get to Hogsmeade.
But it's a minor issue.
It was wonderful. That was quite something. I am indeed a student, but I could very well be able to help you. A few cobwebs and some dust. Nothing to be concerned about. It was wonderful. I believe I'm really going to enjoy this class.
Here you go.
That was quite something. I am indeed a student, but I could very well be able to help you. I'm eager to get to Hogsmeade.
A few cobwebs and some dust. Nothing to be concerned about. It was wonderful. I believe I'm really going to enjoy this class. I am indeed a student, but I could very well be able to help you.
That was quite something.
A few cobwebs and some dust. Nothing to be concerned about.
There you go. Those are the two voices. Again, I'd say for safety's sake, just stick with the middle one.
I am indeed a student, but I could very well be able to help you.
Then you get to choose your difficulty. Story mode with a focus on story, minimal gameplay challenge, a light gameplay challenge, a balanced gameplay challenge, and demanding gameplay. And you get to name your character, first and last name, and you get to pick whether you are a witch or a wizard. That determines which dormitory you'd be in with the guys or the girls. And that, my friends, is that. That's the end of the character creation. There is no randomize or anything like that. There is no other easy way to sort of show off a bunch of the different options. I think the presets would probably be the best way to do that. So I'll sort of flip through them while I'm talking here, while I'm doing the outro. And I'm going to say that I am thoroughly impressed by the visual fidelity in this character creator. I'm impressed by the representation available. I'm impressed by the hair specifically. It looks great. I love it. I think that the characters truly look and feel like they are from the Harry Potter universe, and that's great as well. It's good. It's good. It's pretty much a gold standard for preset pickers, you know? It's great. You know, like people might complain that they don't have that much customization, but too much customization can also be kind of, you know, kind of bad sometimes. They want to tell a story to you. Keep that in mind. They want to tell you a story, and they want your character to be the main part of that story. An integral role in that story. So you choose your character, you customize it within the confines that they give you, within the confines that make sense. You jump in, you play the part, and it's fantastic. That's awesome. I love it. I like that they limit you, they curate it a little bit, and I love that they give you freedom within those limitations. I think it's an awesome system. They did a great job. It's cool. Yeah. I mean, I like it. I really like it. They look great. The characters look awesome. So, I'd love to hear from you guys what you think about the character creation and customization. Could you do what you wanted to do? Because like there's a lot that could be really interesting. You know, you can really go out of your way to do something cool or interesting or fun or unique or whatever with all the different styles that they have here. And I think that creativity will indeed, in this case, set you free a little bit. You know, if you mess around with this, I bet that you could probably come up with something pretty damn cool. But hey, that's on you. That's something I'm going to leave to you guys to do. And I'd love to hear from you guys what you managed. And as a final question, are you enjoying the game? Is it a good time? I've seen the reviews. It looks like it's doing pretty well. Let me know below. I'd love to hear from you guys. As always, you can check back here soon for more. Give this video a like and share it and do all that other good stuff. If you are playing, enjoy the time. Have fun. I'll see you all soon. Happy that.